Well, Michael, we all know it's been a difficult few weeks, but the players upbeat and confident going into Saturday?
Yeah, look, it's a new week. We know we haven't been anywhere near good enough the past couple of months, and it's down to us to put it right. So we want games to come thick and fast so we can put it right.
Yeah, the manager was talking about after a defeat like Saturday's, you sort of get everything out of the way on Monday, do your debrief, and then really look forward to the next game. And I suppose you're desperate for that game to come along so you can put things right.
Yeah, after Saturday, you can't dwell on it anymore. It's gone. You can't do anything about it. So from Monday onwards, you just got to look forward to Notts County on Saturday, and we have done that. The training this week's been brilliant. Pitches have been frozen, so we've had to train a little bit later, which is fine. But the standard's been good, so we're looking forward to it.
And Notts County is a game to look forward to as well, isn't it? Just talking to the manager about your good run there, unbeaten there, and in 7 at Meadow Lane, and always take a good travelling contingent as well. So there should be an atmosphere for you.
Yeah, there should be a lot of travelling fans, and they'll help us. You know, they've been brilliant throughout this. They've sent messages of support on Twitter, and you know, I've spoken to a few of them. They've been fantastic. They like effort, work rate. The boys are showing that, you know, that we will come through it. Just stick with us.
Yeah, I mean, with social media now, obviously you're much more accessible, aren't you, to the supporters, and that can be a good thing and probably a difficult thing when things aren't going so well. But there's been some positive interaction, hasn't there?
Yeah, we get a lot of feedback from the fans. You know, they can tweet us easy enough now, and there has been some negative ones, but mostly positive on our behalf, and all the boys have said it. You know, so we're thankful for that. We want the continued support.
Yeah, and I suppose as a footballer you have to take the plaudits when you're doing well, and equally you sort of take the criticism when things aren't going so well.
Yeah, of course. You know, at the start of the season when it was going well, you know, we were taking the plaudits as you said there, but now it's not going so well. We have to keep our heads down, work hard, and come through it together.
And you've played a couple of positions this season, left back, wing back, and now you're in your more familiar right back role. You're pleased to be there? You're very comfortable there, of course.
Yeah, I am a right back, but listen, I've said before, I'll play anywhere on the pitch for my team. You know, I just want to win games and I want to play games. So first and foremost, if I'm in that starting 11, I'm happy enough.
Yeah, and how do you think this run will be turned around? Obviously, a win on Saturday would be a start, but you need a run of victories now, really, don't you? Is it as much psychological as it is about anything else at the moment?
Yeah, with every sport, you know, there's a psychology side to it as well. You know, once we get that first win, it'll come. There will be a run coming.
Yeah, and that's key, isn't it, now, to obviously give the fans something to shout about, but make sure you're at the end of the table that you want to be. You're only 5 points off the playoffs, of course, but also 5 points above the drop zone.
Yeah, to be fair, I don't look at the league that much. People tell me about 5 points this, 5 points that. I'm not bothered about that. I'm bothered about getting our first win on the board in a couple of months and kicking on from that.
Is it a case of if you win games, then the league table will really look after itself? You can't get drawn into it too much?
Yeah, at this stage of the season, you know, coming maybe the start of February to the end of the season, if you put a good run together, you'll be there or thereabouts.
Yeah, and obviously you had tough times, didn't you, at Bristol Rovers in your career there. Does this compare at the moment what you're going through with anything you've experienced in the past though?
We're on a bad run at the minute, but listen, I got relegated last year, and that was the worst feeling ever, and I never want to feel that again, and I'm sure I won't.
Yeah, and the players here, Darren was just talking about mental strength, saying that you've got a lot of good lads here with that mental side of the game, and that is going to be crucial, isn't it, as we move forward? Maybe difficult pitches, difficult conditions. You've got to find that grit really to get results.
Yeah, there is a lot of boys here. They're strong mentally, you know, and that's exactly what we need. We need a little bit of luck now. I think, you know, if we get a little bit of luck in the game and pick up 3 points, as I said, the snowball effect, and we'll keep going.
Yeah. How tough has it been with the injuries? I think it's 21 at the last count. 21 players have had an injury, and many of those quite serious as well. How disruptive has that been when you can't have a settled team and you're also playing out of position as well?
It's part of football. You know, we have been very unlucky with injuries this year. It's down to luck. It's not down to anything else. It's not down to preparation or nothing. It's down to luck. You know, this year hasn't been too kind to us, but we've still got a great squad, and we should be winning games.
Yeah. And we know, don't we, that things can turn around very quickly. Just as you had a good start, and now you're on a poor run, a couple of wins, and suddenly things can turn around and look a lot rosier.
Of course, yeah. You know, if you put a couple of wins together, you can keep picking up points, and we'll move up that table into the playoffs.